you believe? Nature
Oh,
or
do I?
nurture?
No. Oh, for me, to be honest with you, HH, like I'm a type of guy that goes based off of logic and facts. And if it's something that affects me, I will have my opinion on it. But I'll be honest with you, HH, like I'm straight. I only have two people that I know that are gay. There's my coworker, which great guy, none of my business, amazing. Me and him always hang out.
Oh yeah, same
Shout
as
out,
well. I have other coworkers
yeah,
that's gay as well. Yeah.
he's in honestly top guy. Like literally, like everything is amazing between me and him. Me and him are friends. And then I have another friend who was my ex's cousin, another great guy. Again, not my like it's not my business. I'm not gonna go and preach against them or be like, no, it's nature or it's nurture. Sorry, you can't be born that way. You choose that way. It's not. It's he. At the end of the day, it's his life to live, and what he's doing is not stepping on my toes whatsoever. So I'm going to be respectful of his boundaries. But when it does step on my toes, let's say, for example, they want to educate my kids on this stuff, I'm going to speak up and be like, you know what? We should educate them in a different manner. Allow the parents to teach their kids.
No,
You want to teach?
right again. Like you've not actually told me where you lie. Do you lie nature or nurture? What do you believe?
No, it's because I don't know. I really don't know.
So okay.
Because if you're saying it's nature, then you have to prove to me that there is a gene or a genetic that makes you gay. There's something because if it's nature, if you're born that way, then there must be something in your genetic makeup that makes you different.
Right. But here's my argument against that.
Mm-hmm.
There have been many instances where people, because this is my argument against nature. See, this is my logic argument rather than my science argument. Because again, I'm not a scientist, and again, maybe there's not a science that says, okay, this is what it is, but this is just my logic argument. There are people I know specifically in my culture who are like, no, you must be married. You must have a wife. And once they now have, let's say, homosexual feelings, they try and fight against it. They go to doctors. They seek medication. They go to these correction facilities to try to correct them. But they can't. So the fact that you're having these urges, that you're not choosing to have these urges. So now I ask you that. So people can view it in terms of those urges are natural or those urges is maybe a sickness. And you maybe need to take a medication to cure this sickness they have. Similar to when maybe people say, oh, I just think and dream about killing people and murdering people and I need to help pedophilia. So people's arguments against the nature thing is, oh no, this is like pedophilia. There are people who, for some reason, they're just attracted to young kids and they can't go with these feelings. So hence where these guys need to be locked off, far away and away from society. Because obviously these guys can't fight their feelings that they have this sick, disgusting attraction to young kids. So people will say, oh, no. This attraction that you have to the same sex, it's a sickness. It's an illness.
Yep.
So, but my view is, I don't think that's an illness. See, now this way it gets interesting. This way it gets interesting. Because let's get real now. The pedophile, is he choosing to like kids? Or does he just have that inclination? That's the real question. Is he choosing to like kids? Because if he has the natural inclination, lock that dude away. Take that dude to an island and lock him away if he has a natural inclination.
So that's where I what's it called? Here's like, for example, for me, HH. I remember once somebody told me like love is love, right? And like you shouldn't worry about it. It's just love is love. It's love. But then at that point, like we have to be very stringent with the lines that we're like, blurring when we're doing this kind of stuff, right? Because I do believe when it's between two consenting adults, that's on them, right? And that's why I believe that like even if we say it's a choice, I'm not gay, so obviously I won't be offended by this. But even if we say it's a choice, I don't believe there's anything wrong with that because we are entitled to make our own decisions. If it's two consenting adults, it's nobody's business, right? You're not doing anything illegal. You guys are doing what you're doing with yourselves. It's nobody's business. But when we try to make it about nature, right? Like it's like you're born this way. Then guess what happens, HH? Then exactly what you're talking about the pedophilia is gonna be an argument can be made that you're born this way. You can't help it if you're attracted to kids, right? Isn't that what essentially we would? That's the path that we essentially go down, right? Because when you talk about love is love, okay, what stops a father from having a relationship with his son? Give me one more obligation as to why they can't have that. Like, why isn't love is love? People tell me, oh, it's incest. Okay, but they can have kids. Oh, the son could be manipulated. What if they didn't meet until they're like the son was like estranged from his father, and they met after they're 18? They found out they're father and son, but they were in love. Love is love. Like you can't you have to like look. There's one thing in life, right? You have to have structure. You have to have like the tree, right? The tree stump, the roots. You have to have those roots, and then you grow from there, right? You allow, but you have to have that structure at the beginning to always fall back on. That's your spine. That's everything. When we start to blurring lines and just start making arguments just because we're trying to please people, you at that point you blur the lines too much, where we live in chaos. It's open, like because you're just start going to make excuses for everybody.
Red, we're already in chaos, right? Like it's not. There's no we're living. We are already in chaos. Not like it's already. It's a point as to where it literally is. Anybody can be anybody, and anyone can do anything right now.